Have you ever wondered if the most profound spiritual encounters happen when we're not even looking for them? Today's story about an elderly shoemaker completely transforms how we think about divine presence in our everyday lives.
That's such an interesting way to look at it. The way this story challenges our expectations really makes you think differently about what constitutes a meaningful experience.
Well, let me paint the picture of Papa Panov. Here's this master craftsman living alone in his workshop, known throughout his village for his exceptional shoemaking skills. His faith guides everything he does, from the careful attention he gives each stitch to how he treats his customers.
Hmm. And it's fascinating how the story pivots on this one extraordinary Christmas Eve, right?
Exactly, he falls asleep reading his Bible and has this incredibly vivid dream that Jesus will visit him the next day. So he wakes up before dawn, getting everything ready, positioning himself by the window with such anticipation.
You know what strikes me? The way the story builds tension between what Papa Panov expects and what actually unfolds. Like he's watching for this grand divine visit, but instead,
Right. Well, that's where it gets interesting. His day starts with encountering this street sweeper, practically blue from the cold. Without hesitation, Papa Panov invites him in for hot coffee and warm bread, even while his eyes keep darting to the window.
the way he balances this constant anticipation with these spontaneous acts of kindness really shows his character, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, and then comes this young mother with her baby, barely dressed for the winter weather. What he does next is exactly what makes this story so powerful. He gives them these special boots he crafted, probably his finest work, plus shares his soup and gives them a warm shawl.
That moment really hits hard because these weren't just any shoes. They represented his best craftsmanship, something he was saving for a special purpose.
Throughout the day, more people come, an elderly woman struggling with her heavy basket, a homeless man seeking shelter, children with threadbare coats. Each time, Papa Panov responds with such genuine compassion, even while his anxiety about missing Jesus' visit grows.
Well, that's what makes the ending so beautiful, isn't it? The revelation that transforms his entire perspective.
Yes. As evening approaches, he's sitting there feeling like he somehow failed, when suddenly he understands each person he helped was actually Christ in disguise. Whatever you did for one of the least of these, you did for me. It completely reframes his entire day.
So, if we think about it, the story is really challenging our modern tendency to separate spiritual experiences from everyday life, right?
Exactly, and you know what's particularly relevant? In our current age of social media and constant connection, we're often looking for these big, dramatic moments to share, while missing the profound significance of small acts of kindness.
That really resonates with how we measure success today, always looking for the extraordinary while overlooking the beauty in ordinary moments.
And here's something interesting. Studies show that acts of kindness actually trigger the release of oxytocin, often called the love hormone, in both the giver and receiver. So, Papa Panov's day of giving wasn't just spiritually meaningful, it was physically beneficial too.
That's fascinating. So, his story isn't just a moral lesson, it's actually aligned with what science tells us about human well being and connection.
You know, there's also this powerful parallel to the original Christmas story, finding the divine in unexpected places. Just as Christ was born in a humble manger, Papa Panov discovers divine presence in these simple encounters in his workshop.
Well, that connection really adds another layer of meaning to the story, doesn't it? Both narratives challenge our expectations about where we might find something sacred.
Looking at it through a contemporary lens, this story feels especially relevant in our achievement-oriented culture. We're so focused on measurable success that we often miss these small but profound opportunities for connection and meaning.
That's such a crucial point. How do we balance our drive for success with being present enough to notice these moments of potential impact?
And perhaps that's the greatest gift we can take from Papa Panov's story, this reminder that every day presents us with opportunities to create moments of meaning and connection if we're just willing to see them and respond with open hearts.
Mm hmm. And in today's world, where loneliness and disconnection are increasingly common, that message seems more important than ever.
Well, that's really what it comes down to. The understanding that sometimes the miracles we're looking for are already happening right in front of us. We just need to be present enough to recognize them.